claiming Diddy did. Upon those claims, he claimed that Diddy his genital, touched his butt. He believes that Diddy was going to have sex. He says that Diddy downplayed it just like he as a joke, like, oh, we just playing around.
Just horse playing.
Yeah.
In terms of allegations of celebrities, we're talking about Cuba Gooding Jr. being shown through still photos of what the complainant says they have videos of him. There are allegations of P. Diddy touching the and anus of the complainant.
But we think your new nickname is gonna be Carisha Maxwell. Okay, I don't even know your last name, but we're gonna put Maxwell on it because you're the new Ghislaine Maxwell. Okay, you're the chick that is the mother help to the Diddy Jeffrey Epstein operation.
Y'all, it just might be over for Brother Love this time because this new lawsuit that just dropped is giving RICO. And you know what that means. So Diddy's supposed male victims are finally speaking out. And one of them just threw a fresh lawsuit his way. But this man didn't just accuse Diddy of doing unspeakable things. He also named multiple alleged co-conspirators, arguing that what Diddy was doing was essentially running a criminal enterprise that involved a bunch of wild stuff. And while some of the names were redacted in the lawsuit, the alleged victim mentioned quite a few people from the entertainment industry, from Usher, Chris Brown, and Meek Mill to Cuba Gooding Jr., Young Miami, and even Diddy's oldest son, Justin Combs. Now, Cuba's name came out of nowhere because he's been missing from the spotlight for quite some time. And we know Cuba's no stranger to wild antics and facing accusations. But here's the twist. Diddy's accuser submitted photos of him in Cuba, claiming that Diddy introduced them and they allegedly tried to pressure him into an FO. As for Young Miami, she might have been roped in to recruit other women and men. And get this, according to the new lawsuit, she even recruited some of her family members, y'all. Just plain nasty. So yeah, there's a ton to unpack here, so let's dig into these details.
Correction. Now, Jones is claiming that Diddy, among other things, would him in his front and his back area. He alleged that Diddy would literally parade around the room in his birthday suit in front of him.
So there's a major new development in the Diddy saga, and now it really looks like the end of his reign is near. Because if there's one thing that's gonna get Diddy's behind out of the industry and behind the bars, it's gonna be RICO charges. And that's the charge leveled against him in this new lawsuit. Now, what's funny is that just days before this new lawsuit dropped, Diddy submitted a new court filing, basically trying to discredit one of the women accusing him. He asked the judge to toss out the civil case, saying the accuser was lying and claiming he's been a victim of cancel culture for these past few months. But before the judge could even glance at Diddy's latest legal stunt, another lawsuit hit him, marking his 5th case since November. And guess what? This time, it's not another female accuser. It's a male producer who worked on Diddy's recent album, The Love Album, Off the Grid. So this fresh legal drama was kicked off by Rodney Lil Rod Jones Jr., who filed the lawsuit on February 26th in a New York federal court. Jones claims he was living and traveling with Diddy for over a year between September 2022 and November 2023. And if you check out his Instagram, it looks like he's telling the truth. Check out this video of them working out, probably on Diddy's yacht back in early 2023. So Rodney Jones claims in his lawsuit that during his time hanging out with Diddy, he captured a ton of video and audio footage of Diddy, his high-profile friends, and members of staff engaging in serious illegal activity. According to court documents obtained by Billboard, Jones accuses Diddy of inappropriate touching without consent and trying to get him involved in these rumored FOs with other men. Diddy even allegedly promised Jones he would win a Grammy for his production work if he, quote, tastes the rainbow, end quote, if you know what I mean. Jones also name-dropped another Love album producer, Stevie J, claiming he also tried to pressure him to take part in the rumored FO sessions. According to Jones, Diddy would order him to scout for certain workers online and then pressure him into doing specific things for Mr. Combs' pleasure. In one alleged incident from February 2023, Jones says he woke up with no clothes on, feeling all disoriented in a bed with two workers and Diddy, and he suspects Diddy might have slipped something into his drink the night before. But hold on, the lawsuit doesn't stop there. It also spills the tea on several big shots, including the higher-ups at a record label who Jones claims enabled Diddy's antics. In his lawsuit, Jones argues that multiple defendants joined forces with Diddy in what he's calling a RICO enterprise. Now, typically, RICO cases go after organized crime groups, and it sounds like Diddy's accuser is saying that's exactly what Diddy's empire is. He even mentioned how Diddy hired people to recruit S-workers and handle substances and weapons from his Miami mansion. According to Jones, Diddy and his crew kept him in check through threats, blocking him from the music scene, and not paying him for the album work. In fact, he claims he still hasn't seen a dime despite producing 9 tracks for the Love album. Now let's circle back to those rumored FO sessions. In Jones's lawsuit, he brings up an incident with Diddy's buddy, none other than Cuba Gooding Jr. According to legal documents obtained by TMZ, Jones says Diddy introduced him to Cuba Gooding on Diddy's yacht, and supposedly Cuba started making unwanted advances on him, crossing some serious boundaries. You think? Jones even tossed in a photo of Cuba hugging him as supposed evidence. Now, we know Cuba has been down this road before. Back in 2019, multiple women stepped up with claims about Cuba's questionable behavior. But this is the first time he's dealing with accusations from another man. Back in June 2019, things got real for Cuba when he got arrested for an incident at a Times Square bar where he was accused of getting handsy with a woman. But the legal saga didn't end there. He faced an additional charge but managed to dodge jail time by striking a plea deal. But thanks to the Adult Survivors Act, the same law that allowed Cassie to sue Diddy last November, 2 alleged victims of Cuba recently hit back with a fresh lawsuit. In the meantime, some more photos popped up showing Cuba partying with Diddy. So with all these fresh accusations on the table, it does make you curious about what brought these two together. As for how Cuba and Diddy are handling Rodney Jones' new lawsuit, Cuba still hasn't addressed the allegations. On the flip side, Diddy's legal team wasted no time responding, and of course, they're denying everything and claiming Rodney is a liar and on the hunt for a payday. Diddy's attorney Sean Holy told TMZ, Lil Rod is nothing more than a liar who filed a $30 million lawsuit shamelessly looking for an undeserved payday. His reckless name-dropping about events that are pure fiction and simply did not happen is nothing more than a transparent attempt to garner headlines. But didn't Diddy pull the same move with Cassie? As soon as she dropped her lawsuit, Diddy's immediate response was a flat-out denial, and he accused her of trying to squeeze money out of him. But Cassie's lawyer flipped the script, revealing that it was actually Diddy who initially offered money to Cassie in exchange for her keeping quiet. But Cassie turned down the offer and went ahead with the lawsuit. And less than 24 hours later, Diddy did a 180 and announced he was settling with Cassie out of court. So naturally, fans started buzzing with speculation, thinking that settling might be an acknowledgement of guilt. I mean, with someone as high profile as Diddy, you'd expect him to at least make an effort to clear his name. Now, speaking of people who will have a hard time clearing the name, Diddy's ex, Young Miami, was also named in the new lawsuit. And according to Rodney Jones, it sounds like Carisha was something like Diddy's Ghislaine Maxwell, and she was allegedly in charge of recruiting unsuspecting men and women into Diddy's FOs. According to Jones, Young Miami was among those who were paid a monthly fee by Diddy to work as his S-workers. She was even allegedly tasked with bringing in more people, and according to the lawsuit, she even even brought some of her cousins who then tried to pressure Jones into an alleged FO. So yeah, the chickens have definitely come home to roost. And with the RICO stuff mentioned in this lawsuit, it will be interesting to see how Diddy will try to weasel his way out of this one. As for fans, here are some of their reactions. I read the 73-page court document against P. Diddy by Lil Rod. My spirit is rattled. The trigger warning is truly needed. I am traumatized and completely disgusted. It is so scary. He is genuinely worse than R. Kelly. This is some demonic level. Thank God they are pushing for RICO. That young man suing Diddy is actually providing receipts. People been saying for a while they're building a RICO case. Can we just finally lock Diddy up, along with everyone else who was complicit in his illegal depravity? But let me know how you feel about this new lawsuit. Do you think Diddy is catching a RICO charge? Drop your comments down below, and then check out this next video.